So the issue is they're thinking, well, they're going to take these engineers and computer science majors, so they're going to, your family members who are coming over here on H-1Bs are going to take our jobs.
I don't think that companies would be wanting so many people to come here on H-1Bs through their company if they didn't want smarter people than that they have.
So here's where this gets wild, because he has a very different idea of who America should let in.
Who do you think we should let in the country?
I don't know if I have like an educated answer for that. I don't really know much about like.
Well, who do you imagine?
What?
Did your parents go to college?
Yeah, both my parents have their masters.
And did they come here with master's degrees?
Yeah, and then my dad got a second one when he was here.
Okay, and so did that help them to get in?
Yeah, because they
hold
came here
hold the
on
mic close.
they came here on work visas, so
Okay.
they already like were set up and stuff.
And then they applied for green cards, and
Yeah.
residency, and so on?
Yeah.
Okay, and then you were born here?
Yeah, I was born in Poughkeepsie, New York.
Okay, so, let's imagine you're in control. Who do you want?
I guess people that will contribute like positively to whatever jobs that they might want to do. I don't know, like I guess if we have like a shortage of a certain type of like worker or job or whatever, then we would want people coming in that would be good at like that job.
So, you ever hear of like what do you know about nurses from the Philippines?
That they're like really good at their jobs.
There are a lot of them.
Yeah.
There's like a pipeline of young women from the Philippines and nursing.
Yeah, guys, it's definitely just not the Philippines. It's also like Jamaica, Puerto Rico.
You heard that?
Yeah.
The Caribbean also.
Yeah. Cool. Huh. How about H-1B visas? What do you know about H-1Bs?
I have a lot of like younger family members, like millennials that are on those right now that have come from India. But I don't really know like specifics or anything. I just kind of hear my parents talking about it. And
Okay. And what kinds of things are they doing?
a lot of like software and like
Yeah, I
engineering
figured
and
that.
just like boring
H-1B?
computers. I don't know. That's why I don't really know much about it. It's not like
You
my
ever been to
thing.
Silicon Valley?
Yeah, I have family in Silicon Valley.
Okay, and
Yeah.
when you go around Silicon Valley, what's the majority of people look like me or look like you?
Like me.
Yeah. Silicon Valley.
I guess it's
yeah.
not that surprising. Like both my parents are in like IT and stuff, so
Yeah.
most of my family is. So yeah, it's not like that surprising. A lot of my like Indian friends are in CS and engineering, and that's just like kind of what I know.
Okay, and are they like smart?
Yeah.
Their families push math and
Yeah, I was like, I can't relate to that. I'm a sociology major, so that's like definitely not
Oh,
my
yeah,
thing.
right.
But yeah,
Yeah, guys, that's a telltale sign of whenever a person that comes from, or like the second generation of someone who comes from like a hard environment, the parents went through all the hardness. They get to America, and if they're able to actually stay in the United States of America, then that means they most likely have a very high-paying job. That means that the kid is being raised in a situation that literally dwarfs what the parents' existence was. So what do? Waste of money. Yeah.
for like, I guess my other family, like pretty much everyone's in STEM except for me and my brother. So
think
I
about
bet.
the United States and think about computers and software development, Microsoft, Google, AI right now, robot, everything that is the tech revolution in the United States.
yeah,
Who built that?
I don't really have an answer for that.
Well, who do you think? Go back to Silicon Valley and look around. What do people look like?
There's a lot of Indian people.
Lots of people from outside the U.S.
Yeah, there's a lot of like first and second generation immigrants.
Okay, and H-1B visas, how important do you think they were?
Like pretty important.
Why?
I'm pretty sure.
Explain to the class what, as best you can, like your
Okay.
relatives who are coming here on H-1Bs. Like,
Yeah.
what are they? Explain to them why that's important.
Well, I know an H-1B visa is like a work visa,
Yeah.
and I don't know if this is like how it works or if it's just a coincidence with my family, but like they're all in software or engineering or like some type of IT work.
And they're smart.
Yeah, like incredibly smart.
Okay, and the like really smart Indians
Yes.
and really not so smart Indians, where are they? Are they getting H-1Bs?
No.
Okay.
It's like really hard to get one.
Okay,
From what I've seen.
You got to
Yeah.
be talented.
Yeah.
Yeah, extraordinary.
See, this is like the people like say that like people make statements like Mexicans are such hard workers, and I'm
Yeah.
like, no, I've been to Mexico, man. There's a lot of Mexicans that don't work very hard. They're all in Mexico. The hard workers, they come here. H-1Bs. Okay?
Yeah.
Same thing. They're hard to get. They're not going to the dumb people. They're going to wealthy people because businesses pay money
Yeah.
for them,
Generally.
right?
Yeah.
Right.
And now Donald Trump just raised the price of the H-1B. It used to be like $2,000. Now they wanted
Like
to raise it to
$2,500.
$100,000.
Yep.
You know,
Yeah.
What do you think of that?
I mean, I think that's kind of insane because, like, who has $100,000?
What
Like,
business does?
well,
The
yeah,
business
but
does.
it's just like it's gonna make it even harder than it already is to get those.
But why do you want those? Because see, people out here are saying like, yeah, but we don't want those workers here. So the issue is they're thinking, well, but they're going to take these engineers and computer science majors. So they're going to your family members who are
Yeah.
coming over here on H-1Bs are going to take our jobs.
I don't think that companies would be wanting so many people to come here on H-1Bs through their company if they didn't want smarter people than that they have. Like, I don't know.
Oh my God!
Oh, here we go. Hold on, Mike. This is a super touchy scenario here because, guys, I've railed against the idea of like canceling or even raising, for the most part, H-1B visas. I would say now for probably a year and a half here, to the detriment, seriously here, of my channel here. All right. And the reason why I say this here is because, guys, listen, I'm someone who has traveled the world. I've been places like legitimately here. I live half the year in the south of Spain. I know factually what education systems look like and should look like versus how sometimes the coolest person in a class is the person with the nicest car versus some other cultures where the coolest person in a class legitimately, who are they? The smartest one. Like they're the one who knows the most here, right? I mean, like the prom king and queen phenomenon is a problem that we do have in the United States of America. It would absolutely be amazing if we could absolutely obliterate the idea of the coolest person in the class is the prettiest. The prettiest person generally in your high school. Where are they at now? Dig into that for a second here. Where are they at now? Where was the cool kid in your high school? Where are they at now? Are they cool? They found out that there was a lot more important specifically than their aesthetic or how they were able to, for the most part, deal with other people that were around them. That's the reality here. We need to start focusing specifically on higher education in a way that's not, oh, guys, how do I say this here? Not like indoctrination stations, okay? I'm not talking about like modern left-leaning, like liberal universities. I'm not talking about this here, right? But we need to find a way to basically foster the idea of educating people to the point where they can take over some of these jobs here. The deletion of the H-1B visa will set us back in a way that is absolutely disturbing here. This is the reason why there have been so many politicians, even specifically on the right here, the ones who think for themselves at least, right? That have basically stood up and said, the H-1B would wreck us, because it would, bro. All right. This is why Elon Musk stood for it. Why? Because it would wreck us, guys. We don't have the full amount of people here, bro. All right. Like we need more. We need everyone to basically start focusing on the things that will push the United States of America forward, rather than, I don't know, Cardi B and, look at my nice muscle car nonsense. If that makes any sense here. We need to be pushed towards the future. The countries that are going to overtake us are the ones who understand the coolest person in the classroom is the smartest one.
She said it, right? She said it. Dudes, here, let me show you. Go to the next slide. Best and worst at math. Look where the U.S. is. And you know what holds us up? You want to know why we're not at the bottom? You know why we're not like in the purple?
Because of immigrants.
Dude, because of your fan, not from you, by the way, because you're a sociologist. But it's like, well, how are you at math?
God awful.
That's why your parents let you major in sociology,
Oh yeah,
right?
they knew.
So here's the
That's
problem.
their fault.
How do you think Silicon Valley happened? You got a bunch of Americans who don't like math. And not only do you not like math, but you don't have to really work at math. You don't have to go to cram school. You don't have to go, you know what I mean? Like Koreans, we'll talk about this, but in China, Korea, India, you go to school all day long And then after school, you go to an academy and you just get more and more crammed into you, more math. You're not good at math, but then you're going to have to go on Saturdays and Sundays and study math. And you just do it again and again and again. And so your scores are really high. I mean, that's kind of what it is. But here we don't have that. Immigrants built that, man. You know what I mean? I get some of you guys, you're here, you do, some of you are in engineering and comp sci and you're really, really smart, okay? You're really smart.
Right.
But everybody else, Sadhana and we can go to India and we can pick out the smartest. You got 1.4 billion people in India. Trust me, we will find 10 really brilliant people for every one of you who's really brilliant. We'll find them. Pick out the most brilliant in here, we'll find 10 in India. So we'll bring them over.
It's a numbers thing.
That's how it works, man.
Okay, so when it comes to this professor, it's interesting. I love his class, right? And the reason why I love his class is because obviously we have a different kind of basis on how we get to the end point, but I think we kind of get to the end point in the same kind of manner here. And it's intriguing, right? I mean, he is super left-leaning. But yet I think he said in a couple of his lectures here that he is not, or he may be, or he's kind of in the middle. I don't know, guys, but I love this guy. This is one of these things where we're all adults, okay? Not specifically emotional adults that because someone has an overall difference of opinion, their opinion is immediately wrong. I'll listen to it. Do I think specifically everything was created by specifically immigrants in that context? Yeah, I think I would agree on that context here, because again, we have the high school prom and queen phenomenon that exists in the United States of America. Like, who cares? I was a prom at high school. Who cares? I was a king of the prom. Who cares? What were your grades? What was your GPA? Like, who cares? Like, guys, who cares? Right? I was a quarterback in high school, and I scored these many. I don't care about your points. What's your GPA? Like, these are the things that need to be rectified in the country. Right? We could talk about politics all day long. We can get stuck talking about politics over and over and over and over and over again, bro. But does it matter? Like, what really matters is the fact that other countries are going to pass us because we're not focusing on the bare minimum of education. Like, we're not focusing on it like all of these other places are, right? It's funny. He points out here in the United States of America that people do not, like, once they're done with school, they're happy to get out of school and move on and do all these other things here. That's not how my household runs. School is never over. I maintained through college here. Like, throughout college, nothing but A's. Undergrad, master's, I completed it with nothing but A's. All right. So I expect legitimately nothing less from any of my children. I expect them to move forward in life here, successful and building the United States of America better than it was when they were kids. That's what I want from every single child in the United States of America. I want them to succeed, right? And how will they succeed? By getting away from the irrelevant. The absolute irrelevant and mundane existence of look at my sash from prom. Who cares? Right? Look at my jersey from high school. Who cares? How is that benefiting you now? At most, what are we talking about here? They're going to move up to some sport. Congratulations, you made money for yourself, but you're not helping the country, are you? Like, that's not patriotic to me. Patriotic means to me personally, is that you wake up in the morning and say, how can I make the United States of America better? Right? Disregard the overall political discourse that's currently happening in this country, the gender wars, et cetera, all this other nonsense here. Like, how do you make America better than it was when you were a child? Who cares that you played football, bro? Right? Guys, in the grand scheme of things here, who cared that you played football? You practiced all your life to become a football player. Then you got drafted to college. Then you got drafted into the NFL. Who cares, bro? How are you making the country better? You're numbing the country with literal nonsense. But congrats on your jersey, bro. And your $10 million contract. Congratulations. How are you making the country better? You're numbing them. Listen, you guys all have an absolutely amazing day. Enjoy your day thoroughly. If you guys are new here, please like and subscribe. But in the meantime, guys, I'll go ahead and catch you guys later.